Okay, so this is the reason that I'm establishing this stuff up front, and then obviously I want to get everyone's opinion on this. So you said 95% of your time you were focusing to the
I was
social life, not work.
Yeah, I was drinking like almost every day for like 15 years. So I was out at the clubs, I was on dates drinking, I had girls over all the time drinking with them. And then eventually it just got to be like too out of control, where I was like drinking around the clock, you know. So I quit drinking like 3 years ago, and that's when my business started taking off.
Gotcha.
Right? So I started to focus more on like actual, you know, like building something really big instead of, you know, just, I was basically screwing around just for, you know, not really, just treading water financially.
Gotcha.
And then things took off.
So your finances did take a hit because you were partying so much and drinking so much.
Yep.
By the way, so what do you think is a healthy work-life balance? Meaning, you were at 95% partying, lifestyle, going out, 5% work.
Yeah.
My buddy that I just mentioned, he's more 50-50.
Well, it's changed.
I'm more 80-20, work, you know, party on the weekends kind of thing. Everyone has a balance.
Yeah.
In your opinion, at this point, after doing all you've done, partying, women, sex, drugs, rock and roll, what do you think is the ideal work-life balance at this point?
I think like once guys start to get good at this, it's easy for it to start taking over. Like clients I train, like they start having problems where like, hey man, I'm skipping jujitsu, I'm missing work, I'm doing this, what do I do? I'm like, you gotta have some discipline, right? It's always more fun to go bang a new chick, but they have to make sure the rest of the stuff in their life is in order. So a lot of the guys, like once they get good at this, they just get kind of addicted to it, or they just start seeing more and more and more girls and letting things fall off. So for me, now I prioritize, you know, like gym, business ahead of girls most of the time. Yeah.
So, and to be clear, do you have an actual breakdown of
like,
the number?
Like, oh, with the
yeah. Like you were 95.5, now you're what?
Oh, the percentage. It's probably, I mean, we're doing a lot, I work a lot now, right? So it's, but I still see a couple girls a day besides my own chick, so it's, you know, it's slanted more towards business now. So I'm able to sleep with about 100, 120 new girls a year comfortably while working on business.
Christ.
Yeah.
Not the number, the percentage.
The percentage.
Yeah.
Percentage, I would say it's probably like 75% work now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite the shift. You went from 95%, 5% to 75-25. Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't even started getting into the juicy stuff, the dating, all the women. But you got Amber and Rebecca over here, eye rolling, side eyeing. They want to, all right, what's the deal? So, Rebecca, I'm sure you have a question you'd like to ask John, and we'll open it up.
I have a question?
I don't know. You're doing a lot of side eyeing and eye rolling. Maybe comment.
I'm concerned.
What are you concerned about with our friend John?
Have you been checked?
Yeah.
Concern everybody.
Like every day?
Not every day. No, I made a video.
You go to the doctor though frequently.
Yeah.
What's frequently?
Like every couple months.
That's not enough.
That's not it. If you're saying that you're comfortably seeing 100 girls a month.
That's an HPV super spreader right there.
No, not per month. About per year. About
per year.
Yeah.
But you did say multiple girls in a day.
Yeah.
But you've slowed down over the years based on work and.
Still,
He said he scaled up.
I mean, I basically see a couple girls a day now, and then
Okay.
I live with my girlfriend.
And do you find, is that more of like a internal accomplishment? Like when you sleep with these girls, do you feel like yes, like, is that something that like you feel fulfillment from, or is it just something that like it just became a lifestyle over the years?
Yeah, it became a lifestyle, but I also think, you know, I haven't found too many other things that are as much fun as like sleeping with a new hot stranger.
He's passionate.
Gotcha.
What is your goal with that? Because you say you track the amount of girls that you sleep with.
Yeah.
So is there like a specific goal?
So like back in the day, I thought like my lifetime goal would be like 100 girls, right? I remember telling my roommate at the time, I was like, I just want to be able to sleep with 100 girls. That'd be really cool. And he's like, that's not possible. And I was like, yeah, I know it's not possible, but that would be like a cool thing to be like, oh, I had triple digits. And then
In your life, that was your first goal.
Yeah. And so that happened in 2012. And then I was like, oh, what if I could sleep with 1,000 girls? And that seemed way out of sight. But that happened at the end of 2018. And now I haven't really made a new goal. It's not like and I wasn't really ever striving for that. It just happened as a byproduct of figuring out how to do the whole process very effectively.
Gotcha. And so a famous quote that I always say is by our good friend Kanye West, who's not controversial at all these days. But Kanye would always say, I don't know what's better, getting paid or getting laid. I know when I'm chasing one, the other's getting away.
Yeah.
So how did your finances take a hit dedicating 95% of your life to getting laid? Like, what was what did your money must have not been up to par? Was your savings, your investments, your business model wasn't all there? What were the opportunity costs that you missed banging your way to the top.
So yeah, I had like a work from home job. Right, I was working for IBM. That was like 100% from home. I could do the work in about 4 hours a week, and then I would have the rest of the week off. So it's kind of like I was unemployed, but they were paying like 120 grand. So, and I always like lived very lavish, even though I was neglecting, the work side. But like I said, I didn't have an office job after like 2012, 2013, and then it was this. I would be like messaging people in Facebook groups before I like made a YouTube channel and stuff, being like, I'm pretty good at this stuff. I could help you. It was kind of just like starving artist type thing, right? And at one point, I just got a whole bunch of credit cards. When my credit was good, I got a whole bunch of credit cards and loans, and then got the limits extended and got loans from friends and stuff like that. And I was living like that for a couple of years, 2 to 3 years like that.
And that was what, like in debt, paycheck to paycheck,
Yeah.
but still
But
going
still able
out.
to live. Like I never sacrificed the lifestyle of like doing what I want to do. So I always
Yeah.
like lived in nice places, drove nice cars, all that stuff. And I would find a way to make it work because I always had the mindset of like, if something seems awesome, I'm just gonna do it anyways, and I'll figure out how to make get the money to pay for it.
So what you're saying is almost like the antithesis of what they say, what the red pill community says about what men should do. Like the famous
Build yourself.
phrase is
I think that's all
chase
BS.
excellence, not women. You're like, relax with the excellence, buddy. Hold the excellence. We're chasing women. So what would you say about that quote, chase excellence, not women?
The problem is like, it's good to make money and stuff like that, but a lot of those guys, they say like, oh, you have to get the bag and then you'll get the girls. And I have tons of guys that come to me, they're like, I made a lot of money, I got a good body, I started dressing nice, I still don't have the girls. And I'm like,
You're
well,
still shitty.
yeah, you don't know how to talk to a girl, you don't know how to text with a girl,
Yeah.
you don't know how to run a date, like all the fundamental stuff is missing. So I get even like billionaire clients. They're like, we have a whole rich circle of friends. We all got rich. The only girls that want us are gold diggers, right?
Yeah.
Or people that want to use us. And they're like, what do we do?
Interesting perspective.
Also,
because
he said run a date. Did anybody else catch that?
I got that. He's running a lot of dates, and which we'll get into
That's how
that.
we run a date.
Well, it's interesting because one of the things I always say is that money doesn't live in a vacuum. It's not like I am a millionaire and I have all my money and this is what I do with my money and I have money. It's like, no, you want to go out, live life, have a car, go on dates, run a date, some may say, have a lifestyle, go on vacation, take a girl out. Like money just enables you to do what you want in your life. Get your money so you can do what you want to do. You're kind of like saying, hey, good, I got it. Like the chasing excellence, that's one component. But the woman is sort of the other component, right? I always say, like, Chris Rock would always say, if a guy could bang a chick in a cardboard box, he wouldn't fucking go get a car and a house. It's cardboard box season, right? So this perspective that you have on, what we say here, getting paid, getting laid, you kind of almost prioritize getting laid and then almost using what you've learned from women to monetize to get paid. Is
But you
that
still
fair
had
to
to
say?
fake it a little
Exactly.
bit.
What do you mean?
still had to fake it. That's why you took out loans and you took out credit
Yeah.
cards. Because you couldn't just be like showing up, in an
Broke.
Uber, no car, no
Yeah.
house, nothing, in the cardboard box,
But
and
I was
still
like-
get
I was
that
like
many women.
Treading water, right? Like very carefully. I usually only had about $1,000 in my bank account, even when I was making 6 figures, right? But that's all changed. Like, the business took off a whole great deal in the past few years. Like we run like a multi-7-figure business now.
So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another. Or if you want to watch the entire Soscast, click right here.